These days, whenever you turn on the news, it seems like there's a lot to be afraid of, between the pandemic, social unrest, and wild politics. But it also seems like the most unlikely and seemingly harmless people are committing unspeakable atrocities. Now, while we here at Before They're Famous are located in Canada, it is a common narrative to hear that these types of atrocities and individuals committing these acts are Americans, and that this is exclusively an American problem. However, this recent story has proven for this to be not the case, in this latest horrific incident regarding Canadian actor Ryan Grantham. Now, this is a bit of a heavy story, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you haven't seen the headlines yet, Ryan has been charged with second-degree murder after admitting to ending his mother's life, as well as coming up with a detailed plan on assassinating the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Yes, you heard that correctly, not even in some fake internet threat trolling type of way either. This man really had a comprehensive plan and told prosecutors about said plan in court. Like I said, this is quite the story, and there are many grisly details surrounding Ryan's crimes which have been made available to the public since the trial, with new information being revealed, so we will be breaking down just exactly who Ryan is and what happened in this truly malevolent tragedy, because it really is eye-opening. Now, before we break down what happened, let's give a little background info on Ryan. Ryan Grantham is a 24-year-old actor who is best known for his roles in films like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Redwood, Liz, and most notably his role as Jeffrey in the hit TV show Riverdale, where he famously ran over Luke Perry's character in a hit and run. Ryan was a very prolific child actor, appearing in a number of kid-friendly films and TV shows, and was making a really good transition from child actor to an esteemed adult that honed their craft of acting.
I think determination is one of the biggest things a person can have, and I think because of Redwood, I've definitely grown in determination, so that's definitely going to stick with me. There are a lot of kids who have had these kind of parent troubles, and it's obviously something that people need to see.
So where did things go wrong with Ryan? I mean, after all, it's not like he had some super problematic past leading up to this. Many people were caught off guard when this news broke. The incident occurred on March 31st, 2020, when Ryan shot and killed his mother, Barbara Waite, by shooting her in the back of the head while she was playing piano in her townhouse. Her body was discovered 2 days later by her sister. It's especially tragic because Barbara was 64 years old and did not ever perceive her son as a threat to her safety. Court documents revealed that Ryan, who is said to be an experienced shooter and gun owner, apparently rehearsed doing the deed the day before by walking up behind his mother with a .22 caliber rifle, pointing it at her but stopping short of pulling the trigger. On the day of the actual incident, he loaded an unloaded gun multiple times and then sat on the townhouse steps for close to 15 minutes, considering what to do next, before proceeding to end his mother's life. A 4-minute video that Ryan recorded with a GoPro camera during the aftermath was shown in court. In it, Ryan confesses and shows his mother's body. The next day, after covering the body with a sheet and arranging lit candles around it, he set out for Ottawa. He packed his car with guns, ammunition, 12 Molotov cocktails, and a map to Rideau Cottage in Ottawa, with the intention of driving there to kill Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, as that where he was believed to be located at the time.
What is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say you move your lips in a particular way?
He made it as far as Hope, BC, where he turned around amidst thoughts of killing people at Simon Fraser University, where he was enrolled, the Lions Gate Bridge, or other locations.
It's right, dude. The beauty of this is its simplicity. Once a plan gets too complex, everything can go wrong. There's one thing I learned in Nam.
He eventually turned himself in to Vancouver police. Now, clearly Ryan was a deeply disturbed individual, but not somebody who was completely void of emotion or empathy, because the kid did show a tremendous amount of remorse in court. When directly addressing his actions, Ryan said, "I cannot explain or justify my actions. I have no excuse. It hurts me to think about how badly I've wasted my life. In the face of something so horrible, saying sorry seems so pointless. But from every fiber of my being, I am sorry," he said. Now, considering the heinous act that Ryan just committed, hearing this quote can be a little confusing to say the least. But as so often happens in the court proceedings revolving around atrocities like this, Ryan's mental health became a big topic in court. At the time of the offense, this killing was not done out of hatred or animosity. It was done in Mr. Grantham's disordered thinking, to prevent his mother from seeing what he thought he was about to do. Now, in response to Johnson's claims that Ryan killed his mother to help her, the prosecutor questioned the intentions by saying, Mr. Grantham was seeking to save his mother from something he was going to do. That is something different than altruism. Barbara Waite loved her son very much, was an excellent parent, and in her mind, had no reason to fear him. The defense did present letters of support, including one from Ryan's father, who the Crown said abandoned his family when Ryan was just a child. Johnson said the court should consider his age, he was 21 at the time of the incident, and that he had no previous criminal record. and that he turned himself in, confessed fully, and has pled guilty. In his statement to the court, Ryan said after being locked up for 25 months that he's going to counseling to help address his emotional and psychological issues. He said, "Someday, if I'm ever released from prison, I hope to continue on this path of bettering myself." Ryan was originally charged with first-degree murder, but pleaded guilty to second-degree in March. Justice Kathleen Kerr has reserved the decision for a future date, although it may not even make much of a difference because in Canada, both first and second-degree murder are automatic life sentences. Now, the other part of this story that has raised a lot of questions is the fact that this kid genuinely was trying to carry out a plan to assassinate the world leader of one of the biggest countries in the world. Now, it's not all too clear why exactly it was Justin Trudeau that he had as a target, although he's not exactly the first Canadian that has had his gripes with the Prime Minister and his politics. Although I don't think there's been too many instances where the hate for Trudeau was brought to this extent.
Continue to attack me? Fine.
I mean, perhaps there will be more information revealed as to what Ryan's main issue with the Prime Minister was. Ryan is currently awaiting sentencing for the murder of his mother to determine when he will become eligible for parole. And there really isn't too much more to the story than that. I mean, after looking at these statements from the court proceedings, it's hard to find any sort of overarching takeaways from this incident other than this was a tragedy and rest in peace to his mother, Barbara Waite. And I do feel compelled to encourage you guys to take care of your mental health, but I'm not even sure if it's fair to associate taking care of your mental health with this kid Ryan and what he did, because I think it's a little bit more complex and deeper than that. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, please do take care of yourselves and look out for the ones you love. This has been the story of Ryan Grantham. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. My name is Clyde Smith, and I'll see you guys in another video.